All right, we are live. Doing a little reseller work shoe. They need some Merrill slip-ons. Val, size 8. Don't know what size you wear. It's funny, like on these, like Merrell's on men's bring good money. On women, they're okay, but they're not nearly the same return as. Oh, here's something cool. On women, they're okay. I picked these up. These are good for shoes, but you know the we call it Mr. Clean Eraser, but now they have them where they're pull out little pads, so they're easier to use. Pretty cool.
Here.
I think I have it. Let me see. Do I have it?
There you go.
Well, I'm curious. Do I still have it?
There you go. Oop, I got to mute.
I'm curious. I would have to upgrade.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be minimalistic.
Yeah, I was about to say, Val. Yeah, right. You like that? That was.
Hey, Val, you should come on. The more people on, the easier it is to list because I think there's less pressure for each person.
God, I look even more bald right now. How do I show like that? That is not good right here. Good thing most people don't see from that angle, you know.
Yeah, that's what helps me being tall. Like, well, like if I was sitting down, like on the back of mine, starting to thin.
Yeah, that's. But
And
Carissa
when a student like touches your hair, Mister, you don't.
Carissa said that Jacob has like it's just thin some, and the good thing is Jacob's as tall as you are, and he wears a hat most of the time, you know. But
Yeah.
like, so I don't know. Is it like would it be better to have like this, but keep it full up front? Like mine, I can't always tell if it has retreated both and it's thinned. And that's why I'm like, I need to make money, get out of debt, and then I admit I have no problem saying I might almost spend money on like hair plugs. Because I ain't got kids, I got no wife. I'd almost might rather do that than take a trip at first, you know, or something. Yeah.
What about the mint? What's it? The hair club for men?
Hair club for me. Yeah. Oh,
High butterfly hustles.
Cy Sperling was that his name? I'm not only a owner.
I'm a client.
Yeah. Butterfly. I don't know who. What's your name? Butterfly Hustles. Have you come by?
Yeah, what does that mean? Tell us about your name, Butterfly Hustle. Do you hustle? Do you resell butterflies, or?
That'd be awesome.
Curious.
Sold butterflies.
It's been a long day. Like Clay and by the way, Clay's joined Daily Refinement's Patreon. And Clay's been killing it this week, so he kind of sees how it motivates me. And I know, Val, like you talk about, you don't want to pay for groups or whatever, and I get that. But I will say there are some things that the value you get is well worth it. And I just see like Clay's killing it this week. And I've been struggling to get my listings. Like, it seems like interruptions all week. So I probably will have to list at least part of the day tomorrow. I've got to hit at least my 50. Like, especially after talking to Chris, like I'd hate to report. Yep, 3 weeks in a row came up short. Let's see. Man, I was gonna use my. I need to talk to. I've got this really good Canon T6i, and it takes better pictures than my phone, but just like the ease of the phone and how I can do the white background remover, like I've torn on it. Like they should pay me to be in the group. Girl, jump on, and we'll talk about it.
I keep trying. I told her the other day, over and over, about the thing that helps with Poshmark, and that's a very good use of money. You know what I mean? Like very reasonable compared to the way we did it before, you know. And I was like, you can do that. Like, you know, I was like, because I'm getting, but like today I've followed 2,100 people and I've shared not a ton, but I'm in the process of, you know, it's not as efficient as like if you're gone, like as efficient as the other one.
It's just hard to talk. It's hard to talk about this. But let's just say in general terms, some things
are worth it.
They will pay for themselves 10x. And
Yeah,
I will
perfect. I think is worth it, even if you don't use it a ton. It's not.
Men.
I know. I love that. Like in my head, that's like men. Yeah, real deep. Yeah. Harry, did you hit any garage sales in the great state of Delaware today?
I did not do any garage sales. I drove by. I stopped at Ross, and I shared that in our. I did pick up one pair of New Balance. That should triple my money on. But that I only spent like 15 minutes in there. But in general, like I really got to be disciplined. I'm not going to source until I have everything listed. And my original plan, and Clay and I talked about this. My goal when I went sourcing Monday was to have everything listed so that I could go source today, but it didn't happen. Where you at, Val? Jump on. Harry says, no, I work tomorrow. Are crossed. I've got them lined up. I just hope I don't get called in. Oh man, remember that when we were teaching and we would take days off to go listing. Butterfly Hustles. Yeah. What's your real name, if you don't mind asking? And what?
You cut out, or maybe my internet. I don't know.
It's probably mine. In the garage, it's not that great. I didn't want to move upstairs. I've been working down here. I like that. Here's my stylus. I got a 3-pack. Let me see. To do the background remover. That's another example. Like my big clunky fingers. This was worth it.
Her name is Carol from Arizona.
Right.
I feel like, did you ever hear that guy who had a talk show at night and he talked about like aliens or something, and he'd be like, west of the Rockies?
Yeah. Yeah. What was his name? Art something. Art Bell.
No. And for some reason, when she typed Carol from Arizona, my brain went to Carol from Arizona. You're
hey, Artie and I, we've seen a UFO, dude. That's a story we got to tell sometime.
Well, like legit. Whatever we got. Hey, whoever's watching. If it was me and Val, we'd definitely cover that plus whatever we covered the other night in 4 hours, Val.
And I've also, and my students know, I don't know if I've ever talked to you about this. I've had like Ouija board, demonic, serious, crazy, horror movie type stuff happen when I was like 18, 19. So
wow.
Yeah, it is Halloween. We'll have to talk about that sometime. So people are like, yeah, he's been listing too many shoes. He's lost it. But I have witnesses, many witnesses. And actually, one last thing. Well, not one last thing. Kind of related to that. You know, Aiken.
Yeah.
Laura.
Yeah.
This is gonna sound so weird, but like she showed me some things about energy and different things, and I used to study Kung Fu when I was younger for several years, and I got pretty good, you know. White Crane Kung Fu. But anyway, like the chi and the energy, and like I get, this sounded really clear. Like I can generate it right here, and like the temperature will go up like 20 degrees between my hands as I focus there. And like our Sifu would do the 3-inch punch, you know, Bruce Lee's 1-inch punch.
Yeah.
Like the power that's generated from your chi or your energy. It's not like the physical muscular force.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we were kind of doing that.
I'm
gonna sound insane, but we actually and what's his name? Townsy and some other people were at one of her Halloween parties.
Yeah.
And we combined our chi and we actually moved a bottle cap only about an inch or two without touching it. And we had like 4 or 5 people that witnessed it. It was pretty wild.
If Fields was there, not to be mean, he could give off a lot of energy.
He was there. Oh God, that dude. Hey Val, how you doing?
Good. Tired.
oh, Not what I'm
Oh,
trying
okay.
to do.
This is just the Brian show.
No, I don't want it just the Brian show. Nope. I'm just trying. I haven't been on in a while. I'm trying to figure this out. No, I don't like that one.
I don't like this one either.
That one okay with that
works.
one?
I have my own floor to myself. I like it.
There you go. All right. It's the Val show. Oh, I got a new name, Clay. Kung Fu Flipper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
would
wonder if
totally.
there is one out there. I'm gonna check on YouTube at least.
I should get back into the martial arts.
Martial arts. That's a guy named Marshall who teaches you how to paint. Did you? Yeah, Val smiled a little on that lame joke. We had a lot of corny jokes in 4 hours the other night, Brian.
We all know about these, right?
Those are my favorites.
They are, but, and we talked about this, right here, you got to be careful. Check these out, because I sold a pair for like 80 or 90 bucks, but these will become brittle sometimes and disintegrate, and I had to refund the customer, so that's the only bad thing. Clay, about this, Mr. Eraser, they now
Open that up. I want to see these.
These are cool. Yeah.
So are they like less? I don't even know the word. My brain's so tired. Are they less folly aparty?
They are less brittle.
Say it. Folly
aparty. But they still will kind of fall apart, but less so, and it's easier to work with. So
It's
for
funny.
shoes.
On my last shoe video I did, I was trying out these Dollar Tree ones. Don't ever buy them. They're horrible. It's like 2 scrubs in and the whole thing deteriorates.
Yeah, this one still deteriorates, but it makes them so much wider.
I wish they would make like an actual like big eraser that was made out of that kind of stuff. That would be awesome. Even if I had to pay like $30 for that, I would do it as long as it didn't fall apart.
You know, well, not for this, but of suede one. The suede one. Yeah, but I wish they had a general one that worked for.
My suede one's pretty nice. It's like double-sided, and one side's more coarse for getting off like chunks of dirt and like stuff that you could like scratch off, but it like really gets in there. It's nice.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. All right. Way to make me feel self-conscious about my eraser.
That's the only thing I can brag about. My suede eraser.
All right.
Hey, brag about it. You should invent that for sure. Oh, hey, Jody.
Oh, I didn't even see him. All I have is the StreamYard chat, and everybody looks exactly the same to me. I've got bad eyes.
Girl, you don't even know.
Oh, top chat, live chat now.
Jody, the link's up there, buddy.
I was watching Val. Yeah. Anybody wants to jump on? Jody, anyone else jump on? I was watching you and Clay y'all's working show, and I got about an hour into it, and like I saw like no work. I'm like,
hey, the first 45 minutes we even finally said, oh yeah, I guess we should work.
I got 3 things listed in 4 hours.
I got like 9 drafts finished up. I started, but I got pictures, so.
So next time I do it, I'm gonna do what Brian's doing and like clean shoes or something.
Well, I'm still listing, so
it's hard to list and read comments.
It is. But I told Clay, like, I'm going to keep listing. Now, I won't be as efficient as normal, but even if I'm at half speed, I want to get work done. But, like, so I have a tab open. I'll, sell similar, create my draft, my pictures on my phone, upload it from the save draft, and then list it. I don't know. It works well.
I've got some drafts I can list.
Clay's always got drafts. Clay is the draft man.
I like having them now because, like, right now I'm tired and kind of blah. So it's going to make it where I can just sit here and probably in the next few minutes knock out 10. Because what I might list today are these the Lego men, Brian. Like.
I need to talk to you about something, Clay. When you're done, that reminds me.
So there's my like I'm gonna list first this pair of earrings Angie gave me last week or something, you know. But let's see. Yeah, I'm done. There. Hey Cody.
Oh, it's just the guy I bought the electronics from last week.
Yeah.
I listed some and I donated the rest just because I really want to niche down.
Wait, so the stuff that you gave the guy at the local store, you had just bought it?
Sorry.
Yeah, I bought it all like for $80. But
when you drove out when we talked last week or whatever on Saturday.
Yeah, but within that, like there was one 35 millimeter Japanese Canon camera that's worth between like $400 to $800. So that I did and a couple other things, so it'll still turn profitable. But like I really want to focus, like what we talked about in Chris's Patreon. Like I want to be the shoe king and do my wholesale and be the shoe king. And if I need more, maybe do pants like we were talking about. But I don't think anyone, and I know when you first start, it's good to do the garage sale model, but you'll never become an expert if you try to do everything. So like one to three niches is what I recommend after you've figured out reselling.
See you, Carol. Or you can always listen. You don't have to, don't feel like you have to be in the chat. Right. Jody, I'm looking up Plato's Closet.
And I'll give you all a play-by-play on my lookups because I know you want to know. So on Skechers, there's a SN number on all Skechers. God, I'm blind. Like this is 11809. So let's see, Skechers. Okay, let me walk y'all through. I mean, not that y'all care. I just in case people are. I use a tool called Snap Seller tool. I think it's really awesome, so I'm gonna show y'all. All right. Oops, I'm so stupid.
Because you have too many tabs open.
I had 30. I closed about 10 every hour. So Skechers shape up's 11. There's 430. Want to narrow it down, of course. Pre-owned. We're down to 426. Now, depending on this number, when there's thousands, I will then narrow it down by size and color. But 400, I think, is manageable. And here's the seller tools. Look at this. And these used to be worth more. The values come down. Like the average sell price clicks suggested is 35. Sell-through rate's pretty good still at 50% because these are discontinued. But then I will do the old sold to highest, because whoever sold the highest, I mean, yeah, they probably got the better shoes, but usually they have the better pictures, the better description. I sold these for $1, and then hold on, and I still kind of do it the old-fashioned way. Like this one was way outside of the market. This had the box, but a lot of these are in the 59 range. Yeah, so that's probably where this will go, around 50 to 60, but all right. And then the good old-fashioned sell similar. I like to look. Nothing great here. Sometimes they'll have really great descriptions, and you could even compare their condition. Yeah, those are like almost like as good as that. So sell now. I'm going to use most of their, let me see, brand. Everything looks good. Need to change the size. These are, what size is it? 7.5. UK is 4.5. And European is 37.5. And I like to put all three of those numbers in because I do sell quite a few shoes that get shipped overseas. And then I have, in my store, I have categories. Like I have all the women's and men's by size. And I know y'all are probably bored with this, but good condition, C-pics, just generic. Now here, like if I was using the Canon, I would upload them, but I'm gonna take these on my phone. And I just double check real quick. See, I got to change that. When you do this, you got to make sure you change all the stuff. Now, style, they should have filled that out. And I'm just quickly scanning, double checking. Yeah. Okay, that's all good. UK size is 4.5. The European is 37.5. Like I sold 5 pair of shoes one day, like when I got 10 listed. So I do think there is something about the and I have these templates too, which nothing big, just copy and paste. And I will also put this down here. My SKU is the bin and the price. Now I average cost of these when I bought like 35 pair Monday, and no, it wasn't $750, it was $550. And the average cost was like $550 per pair. And then I will put this down here just so I can see all the information. Skechers, shape ups. They're black. Heck. You see this, Clay? Here, let me show you real quick. You see this?
Mrs. Smith?
Miss Smith.
Who's that?
Is that Marla? Or is that Mrs. Smith? I don't know. I'm not going to answer right here on the live. Hopefully they leave a message.
Yeah, because at first my brain went to Marla, but then I blanked and I'm like, what's her last name? It is. Oh.
Oh, yeah, it's women's. I don't know. Here it is. I'm like, Miss Smith.
See, it's like I know that. Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, that's her name.
All right, let me look. Recent. You have her in your phone too, right?
Yeah.
Can you give me the last 4 so I can see if that's her?
Yeah, hold on. Let me go to phone number. Now I got to find her in the 7284.
That's her. I would have answered. I love Miss Marla.
Call back or send her a text or something.
I will reach back to her. She was the best principal I ever had. Like when I taught English 1 for 8th grade and to me, and she was so supportive. She is, and she left. She went to another school district. What the heck she's calling for?
I'm signing up for Plato's Closets, like all of them in the Metroplex.
Yeah, I get their coupons when they come out now. Because I do sales, like I finished the last couple of days of the month with a 50% off sale. So when I'm pricing about like that midpoint, like it'd be $49.99 is probably the least I would take. And so I'm going to double that. So basically I'm a little, that's high, but I run sales the whole month, anywhere from 10 to 50% off. And I also, sometimes I'll take offers. Yeah, I'll just do that. I'm only in 550 on these. So if somebody sends me an offer for 50, I would just take it. I'm gonna try not to do free shoes. I'll see. I'm just worried about the INADs going up. Items not as described.
Oh, thank you. God, when people are putting that in chats, it drives me crazy, and I feel like I know what it is, but then I don't care enough to go look it up, you know?
Yeah.
Teaching ruined acronyms for me, you know, where I'm just like, I just don't care to learn anymore.
Come on, Clay, you're a reseller. You should know that one. Promoted listings. Now, this was at what percent? So 50% or higher, I don't do promoted listings. So I'm going to leave that blank. I save this as a draft. And I do this faster when I'm not talking and doing other things. And then I'll take the and then list my phone. So that's kind of my boring shoe process.
Cedar.
Yeah, Jody. Yeah, and some of these shoes are from the bin. Back to those in, but I will buy shoes that are more expensive than Ben's shoes if I can still get my profit. And that's where knowing your niche really well comes into play. Okay, I've been talking a lot, so y'all carry on. I'm really curious why she called.
Val, you still there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay.
Listening and listening.
Since we can't see each other on the screen, I was like, maybe Val's like, I'm out. See you later.
You can't see me?
No, now we can, but he was showing his shoe stuff, you know.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, I made a phone call to Plato's Closet while he was explaining shoe stuff, you know, because I was like, well, I just muted myself, but you couldn't see that I was like, I might as well, like I said, I'm going to sign up for all of these real quick.
All right, I'm going to mute myself. Y'all carry.
Val, did you go to garage sales today?
I did, but I didn't have much luck. I think clothing wise, I picked up one pair of pants for myself. And then I had some like beauty items for myself.
Okay.
Did I get anything? Oh, and I got a mop bucket and mop for myself. I don't think I got anything for reselling today.
That makes you sound old when you're like, I got a mop, you know.
I was so excited for that mop. It's one of them fancy ones that has like the pedal that you push and it brings out your mop.
Okay.
$5. I was excited for it. Those things are like $42.
Oh, hi, baby cat.
But yesterday, me and my mom went to my honey hole, and I think I got like 6 sweaters to resell.
Okay. That helps.
But I'll probably have to go to the bins this weekend because I won't have enough stuff to keep me busy through the week.
Yeah.
Did you do any garage sailing?
No, I did the call, and then I went to my mom's, and I think I told you she bought a bunch of stuff at online auction. Mm-hmm. So I didn't bring all of it home because there's a bunch, and in a minute I might, well, most of it's in the car still, but I might go get some and take pictures. That I was all like, okay, I'm gung-ho, but by the time I left her place, ran a few errands. It's like I was productive. I got some supplies I needed, like a piece of black fabric to take pictures of this, like certain things, you know, and mm-hmm. I don't know. I did some productive stuff, but it's like we talked about the other day. I'm still so tired. I'm like, oh man, what day is it? You know, like, and I only ran 1 mile, walked 2, or a little over 2, but so now I'm just like, okay, just list 7. That's all I've got to do because my goal is 50 for the week and I'm at 35. So tomorrow I need to like crank out a bunch of pictures of the stuff she gave me because some of it I'm just going to sell locally because it's like I could pack it, but it's these big plates, like giant, like serving plates, and I'm going to do probably like that with a giant bowl with it. And I'm like, I don't want to have to pack that. Like I'm sure I could, but it just makes me nervous. So it'll probably take longer to sell. So I'll just put it on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and then like share it to all the garage sale groups. And then maybe one of those days I just have to have a garage sale, like some friend who has a driveway, mm-hmm. like take stuff like that. And, you know, she's just trying to help me out. She's like, now this is business. I don't want you to, you know, try to jack the price up. I'm like, I know, you've told me that. I get it. You know, so I made a copy of what she paid, and I will do some research, you know, to see if I can kind of figure out how much should a giant plate that looks like salad on it sell for. You know, but I need to knock that out because I need to get more stuff, you know, like mm-hmm. I'm getting nervous, like I said, about income and stuff. My sales are nothing this week. So
how often do you go to the thrift store?
I don't go a lot. That's just part of my problem. I don't list a lot. I don't go to a lot, you know, so I've got to get better at like, my goal is to like buy list, you know, or within a couple days. Like, I don't want to have a giant pile ever again. I don't like that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
But I've got like stuff at my storage unit that I need to pack. So, and stuff that the other day I did take pictures of while we did the show. that I need to pack up or figure out what box these books will go in at least, you know, or is it just going to go, well, no, it's a book. So I can't put it in a, I don't know. I got it. That's what, like, I don't mind books, but I still want to figure out like what box, or do I don't know. Is it a box in a bag, even though it's media mail? I guess I could do that, but I don't know. But there's no priority boxes that are like super small. I don't know. So, I have a giant pile. Jody says 300 things still need photos. Whoo! Less TV, Clay. I know, right? That's why I'm trying to sign up for Plato's Closet, but all of a sudden, Jody, like 4 of these stores, when I go to sign up, it's like the link is broken. You're like, okay, not that being signed up for others in the area, but we got a bunch in our area. Carrollton.
I don't know if you can read that. Red Oak, where my wife teaches, 8 COVID cases today. 8. The number, it used to be, well, like when they first started back, it would be like 1, like it would start, let me get this back. It was like, you'd have a case every few days. And then it was like a case every day. And it was 1 to 2 cases. And now the number is just jumping up. Like, and I wonder, because Claudia said there were 8, they were down 8 substitutes today. Like, teachers are freaking out. And they're like, they don't have enough substitutes. And that's just one. I almost wonder if that's what Marla, like if Marla's reaching out to me like, you want a job?
Well, I don't know if I told you, Garrett Monroe, he texted me, you know, he teaches over here near me now. I think 8th grade history, he said, but then it kind of sucks. He and his, I don't know if they're married or not, but husband or boyfriend, they used to live like over by near me, but more towards that El Phoenix, you know, and the school he teaches at is like right down the road from there. But then they like moved to Richardson or something. I'm like, well, that sucks. You had to. So he texted and said, we're going to have like someone out having a baby and blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'll ponder, but probably not, because I don't want to be in a room. I'm over just being in a room with kids right now. You know, I was like, I appreciate you like thinking of me, you know, but
you have options.
Yeah. And I'm sure his principal told everybody, do you know somebody that you think is qualified? But at the same time, I'm like, if they were wanting someone from U.S. history, I'm like, I don't want that stress of like them being like, well, you taught for 13 years. You can get these kids ready for the STAR test. And I'd be like, I have zero interest in helping.
These schools are about to shut down. Like, I mean, eight cases at one school.
I know. Well,
and Minor, like where we taught at, like my wife, the school I'm talking about is in Ellis County, and they have maybe 10% of the COVID cases proportionally that Dallas County has.
Oh,
where we were was in the hot zone, had the most COVID cases of all of Dallas County, and our school was the largest in the state of, is the largest in the state of Texas. So it's just like, Reiner, I feel so bad for all those teachers and students, because it's gonna shut down.
And Jody said, where are all the real teachers? Well, Jody, if a school's big enough, there might be 8 out every day, even without Corona.
But we're talking about they were 8 teachers with no subs. Not just 8.
Yeah. I'm just telling him though, because some people might not realize that a school might have 8 every day missing.
Well, teachers are stressed out right now. I mean, like, because if you've ever taught, or I mean, even back when you went to school, you know that the way colds and flus and strep throat just ravages through a school. Now you're talking about the way more contagious and way more lethal. It's horrific. I mean, that's the main reason I made the plunge. Now, I had built up my reselling where I felt confident that I could replace it, and I did. Matter of fact, today I transferred the money, and I actually transferred teaching, which is a good thing. So it's working. But that stress for teachers, and like it to me, it's so foolish. And by the way, there's 56,000 cases, COVID cases today. Like, it was at 40,000 for weeks. It's now moving up. we're moving into the fall and winter. And I hate to talk about this, but it's just like it is not good.
I kind of see it, but I don't click any of it anymore. And not that I don't care. It just, since I've shrunk my bubble, generally at least, I'm just like it's part of the no news. Ideally, like.
Yeah. Well, I watch the news. I'm not upset. By the way, where is Flipping Sloth? Where's Jay at? Jay, I hope you got my $1,000, son. My $1,000. 16 point.
Maybe that's why he disappeared.
Yeah. I even saw.
I think he just. Well, we haven't done as many shows, so I think he just doesn't know when we'll be on. Plus, he got so busy doing his own. He's cranking out the videos.
Yeah,
he's got to be making some decent money because, like,
good. He needs to make decent money because he's going to owe me $1,000.
That's why he's working so hard.
I won't even not to go. I'm like, we'll see.
I don't want to go into the details. I'm just saying we have a bet that statistically, I probably have an 80% chance, and it's a rather large.
Very hopeful. See, I'm like maybe 70, 60, maybe it's 51-49. I guess we'll see on about December 12th when the courts or something, finally decide stuff.
All right, let's don't go down this road. All right, and this is bad, but okay. Change the topic, but
doesn't even bother me right now. I'm just like, whatever. SMU's having a good football year, so hey, football's going good so far.
Well, so it's canceled. Well, Red Oak, the school I'm talking about with the 8 cases, they had to postpone a game last week. People on their football team I love that white background remover. Look at that. Ain't that so pretty? So good. Do you use it, Val? Do you use eBay? Val?
No,
that's my number one goal.
And I don't white out my backgrounds. I kind of like my mauve purple background, even though I'm less searchable on Google.
We need you on eBay. We got to set a time period for this.
I know. Tommy and Tracy were helping me to do it, but I'm chicken. I don't want to start something new.
We'll help you. Like we could do a live show where we screen share and we walk you through it. It's not bad. Not that bad. It's a little bit different when you first start, but then it becomes just like the rest of them. You can almost do it in your sleep.
I can't. Jody told me not to.
No, Jody needs to get back on it too. And I know heard him talk about it, but and I'm not trying to brag. I'm just like I'm trying to grow, and I've got big goals. But like my eBay sales, I finally hit for the past 31 days. I'm never okay. And my Poshmark is strong, but my Poshmark is probably I ran a report, but it's probably 4 to 5K. Now this is gross. But eBay has such a bigger market. Like not being on eBay, honestly, is a mistake. Yeah, we can help you overcome your fears. I mean, Clay sold what did you sell those shoes for?
$81
plus 17 shipping.
17 shipping. Yeah, I made another 8 off of shipping or something.
You ripped them off the shipping. So almost 100. And how much you pay from like 21?
28 total at Burlington, and I was starting to think, God, I should never do RA.
Well, RA's see, you motivated me. I went and picked up. Well, I don't want to pull my inventory. I picked up a pair of shoes at RA today. Same thing. I paid 27. They comps were up in the mid 90s. I could triple my money on them, but when you're doing RA on the new shoes or whatever it is, you really got to look at the sell-through rate, because some of that stuff can get flooded. That's the only problem.
Well, that's the only reason I bought them, because the sell-through rate was like, for once, like perfect.
Yeah, and those are no-brainers to me.
Yeah.
All right, so Val, what's keeping you from eBay right now?
The shipping.
It's easy. We can help you.
Yes, Poshmark is great, where you just like, like today, those shoes that Nikki bought, boom, label done. But I made money off those other people. Now I got to try to figure out how much so I can put that in the spreadsheet. But like, it's not bad because you just measure. I mean, for you, shoes and clothes. So basically,
Well,
So-
if I started on eBay, it would be like all easy, lightweight tops under £1 just to like get my feet wet.
poly bag or padded flat rate envelope, $8.40 or charge $9.95, so you make even a little more. Or say you're going to do a padded flat rate envelope, then you put in a poly bag and you fold it down even smaller, and you make more money. You make it like it only costs $5, and you make $3 off of shipping.
Well, all right. So let me jump in here. So they got tech and sports, and it's really, it'd be really easy, Val. Like for me with shoes, there's basically three. What the heck happened? There's 3 flat rate. I'm doing this perfectly, and it popped up new tabs, and I'm like, where'd y'all go? Like there's 3 different standard rates. Now you could do it calculated where you don't have to worry about it, but you can actually make some money on shipping, like Clay's talking about. I do $9.99 for shoes that are probably about 2 pounds or less. I either do $9.99, $12.99, or $14.99, and I don't even have to weigh the shoes. Like with you with clothes, you would know. Like for your clothes, it would probably be something like $3.99 for first, or maybe $4.99 if it was under £1, and maybe $7.99 or $8.99 priority.
So when on eBay, when you like pick your shipping and whatever you do you name your cost of shipping, or do they give you a menu of?
Let me show you. It'd be easier. We're doing this the hard way. Okay, so let me just show you. All right. So like these I just listed, right? So you have your title, you got a place for your SKU, your category. A lot of this is like Poshmark. It's just, where is it? Here's you can do store categories. They have a place for UPC if you're selling new stuff, condition, description, your pictures, brand, model, size. And all this, it looks confusing at first, but when you do sell similar, like there's only a couple things you really got to look for. It's like the size is the most important thing. Your description. Now down here, under your selling details. Now you could do auction, but you almost never want to do auction. Good till cancel. You put your price in. Oh, I didn't click on this. You can let people make offers. You know how they do it on and I do this because the low ballers get on my nerves. But you can set an auto accept and an auto decline, so you'll never actually see the offers unless it sells. Beautiful. Your quantity, immediate payment. I take returns for 30 days. Buyer pays shipping. All right, so right here. Now this is the shipping. There's 2 things. You can do flat, which is what I do. When you're first learning, you can do calculated. So on that, you would put in the weight and the dimensions of the box, and it would give you an actual calculated amount. But if you're doing clothes, I would just do this flat rate.
Mm-hmm.
And you can pick different options. Like for me on priority, $9.99. I give a FedEx overnight, which almost no one ever buys it, but that boosts me up in the search algorithm because my handling day, it shows the option of you can get it the next day. So that's a little trick. You could add as many as you want. Like for yours, you would do first class. Like if it was a top, and if you know it's under £1, maybe you do $3.99, right? And then you could also have a priority. Like if they wanted to get it quicker, like maybe it's $7.99 or $8.99. So it's really not that hard. In handling time, because I'm full time, I do same business day as long as it comes in. I think by 10 a.m. You could change this to it ships out within 1 day, which is pretty standard. That's pretty good. It'll ship out the next day. And if you're going on vacation, like if I do a sourcing trip, I could push it back for 5 days, up to 30 days. You could also do internationally. Ooh, see, I forgot that one. Now, in international, I do click calculated, and I ship worldwide. And I would say maybe 5 to 10% of my sales actually go international. And that's an advantage you have on eBay you don't have on Poshmark. It's only US if you're for us selling. And here the weight, like you can be specific, and you can do promoted listings where they boost it up, but they charge you. But back to your question, the shipping is just the screen right here, and it's really simple. Like if you were doing clothes, like if you were doing a top, I would do first class $4.99. I would give them a priority option and maybe $7.99. If you were doing jeans or something over a pound, well then you would just do priority mail. Maybe it's $8.99 or $9.99. So it's really not that bad. And like you could come on here and we could do a live show and we could walk you through it, or even on a Patreon call if we ever do one again. So don't be scared of it. And I know Jody's sour on it, but
read what he said though. I mean, he did say the opposite kind of now.
Yeah, there are. So this is my take. There are some negatives, but there's negatives on any platform. Any platform I've had negatives. And yes, there are more returns on eBay, but guess what? The returns are still a relative small percentage. Like I had a return come in today, but the amount of money you can make on eBay is so much greater than Poshmark. To me, it's a no-brainer. You should be on it. And you just got to kind of have the mindset. Well, returns and customers, that's part of doing business. Like I don't take that crap personally anymore. It's just,
yeah,
I don't. I mean, certain level, you're like, oh, it's just part of the business. I actually just write off that inventory, damaged inventory. Oh my God, Jody, it's not that bad. Like Jody, I need to get Jody some therapy.
But if you keep reading though, I thought he's saying though, it's not, that she should do it. She's saying.
Well, like Tech and Sports, he does he does over 100,000 a month selling clothing on eBay. There's no way you could do that.
Generic T-shirts and crap, even, right? Some of it.
I know Val's trying to talk. We keep talking over. I'm sorry. Right. Go ahead, Val.
So after your item sells, then what do you do? Because Poshmark, I mean, it's simple. They're like, here you go. Here's your label. Put it on your box. You're done. So what do you do with eBay, though? Like, do they send shipping labels too? Or do you have to go to another website to get it?
You can do either one. But you go ahead, Clay. I'm talking.
Yeah, you can either go to Pirate Ship, where like, if let's say I'm going to use a poly bag, I put in the measurements and I might save money using a poly bag versus a box. Or you just go to the eBay, like the right page, like, listings, and it'll say how many things you need to ship, and you click it, you click print label. It's like Posh, the label, it looks the same, once it's boom, or you type in your measurements, or something, or select, I guess, like if it's a flat rate box or something like that. But it can be as easy, yes, as eBay, because like I said, if you could, for a lot of clothes, just choose a certain box, like for shoes, you just use the shoe box, 1586, and put the weight,
Let me show you, Val. It's always easier to show. So yeah, and Clay explained it right, but yeah, basically, you can print the label there. Let's just say like this flag I sold, like this needs to ship. So they put the weight and the dimensions that you put in when you sold it. And you could change if you need to, and then it gives like this would ship first, and it would be 278. And all I need to do is purchase and print the label. And when the window will pop the label, and I just print it. It's just like on Poshmark. So it's really easy. And to respond to Jody's question, you're right. eBay's not perfect. I'm not saying they're perfect. They're far. Yeah, they are far from perfect. You have too many returns. You have customers that scam you. What else? Some of their fees can be a little bit high, depending on how you do it.
Oh.
But being said, I make at least twice as much on eBay as I make Poshmark. So I'm willing to put up with those. That's a part of business. Like I would still say 1% of my transactions are fine. There's a couple, but I can't make like Clay made $15 on shipping. I can't make $15 shipping on Poshmark. And about it, you almost have to do the bundle because it's not fair to charge a customer. What is it, like $7.09 shipping on Posh? Is that what it is?
It was like $7.12
Like
or $7.11.
Yeah, 7 something. They only give you 40 if you're buying a T-shirt. Whereas you can go on eBay and you can charge them the right price or even free shipping if you wanted. So you could charge them $2.99, $3.99 plus $4.99. So I think that's why Mercari and eBay. I don't know. Like no platform is perfect. Oh crap! Oops. Thank you, Joe. Dang it. Well, whatever. Somebody wants to come visit me. Come on down. I got a drink for you.
Eat dinner? You want to eat dinner, baby?
So I don't know. I'm passionate about it, and like Chris talks about this a lot. Now, Chris Daily Refinement, he cross lists just like I do. I sell on Posh, I sell on Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, which I think is the next big way. I sell on OfferUp, but eBay is still the biggest and baddest. Now, if you're not on Amazon, I'm not currently selling on Amazon, then I think you got to be on eBay. Yeah, Poshmark, you got to share. You got to share so much. No, and I get it. Like eBay's not perfect. I just, to me, I guess it comes down to your why. Like, what is your goal? And I know Jody has a lot of different income streams, so he could probably do without eBay. But if you're a reselling is your primary income, like you got to be on eBay. And like the stuff you're selling, Val, on Poshmark, just you have that cross listed on eBay and Poshmark. All right, I'm good.
Thank you for showing me that stuff.
You're welcome. And if you, I'll be glad to help you anytime you're ready to make the plunge. I'll even walk you through it.
I mean, I didn't want to do Poshmark forever, you know? And when I did, I'm like, thank goodness I did that, because God, if I was, I'm not even making enough to survive right now, but I'm like, at least I can pay like a couple bills, you know? But I'm like, that's only because I do Posh and eBay, you know? Because sometimes I sell more on Posh because I think Posh does better, or my clothes just do better on, you know, on there.
Posh is good for shoes. Like I sell quite a bit of shoes. Like it's probably 60-40. I sell more on eBay than Posh, but Posh is very, like in certain categories, Posh is the bomb, like clothing and shoes. The good thing about eBay, like all those things that you pick up at garage sales, you can't, I mean, you can, but you get very little traffic for hard goods on Posh. You will get that on eBay.
What are you laughing at, Val? Jody?
Yeah.
He's talking about returns, but you can get, I got a return on Poshmark. This lady was bitching and complaining on Poshmark, and what I sent out was fine. But you know what? I pulled a Clay, and I usually don't do this. I'm like, you know what? Just let her return it. You're gonna get returns on any platform. You do get more on eBay than Poshmark. I agree. Okay. SAS. By the way, if you don't know about SAS, San Antonio company, comfort shoes, Bolo.
What does it say? SAS?
Yeah, these are like comfort walking shoes.
Never heard
They
of
used
them.
to be like just nurses wore them. Like they didn't have many styles years ago.
It's pretty plain, right?
Yes.
They used to have even bigger, thicker.
I'll show you the comps in a second, though. Go ahead.
They used to have thicker soles, even like for nurses, you know, and they were the ugliest shoes. But back in the 80s and 90s, nurses wanted something practical, you know, that would hold up better than like, you know, whatever generic shoe.
I wish they had better like model numbers though. Like it's got the size and all right, this is women's comfort shoes. I'll show you the comps once I find it. I could tell this is gonna take a little searching.
Oh, I did sell a VCR. I'm not meeting the guy till next week because unfortunately one of his friends died.
That sucks.
Yeah, I know. And I looked at the guy's profile just because you can on Facebook. And I said, "Where are you? I'm pretty open." And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "We can do cash, but I lost a friend, getting ready to put him to rest." And I was like, so I said, "So sorry, that stinks. I was like, I'll take the item off of eBay. It's yours. No rush. Take care of you and them, or whatever." And he's like, he wrote back a nice note, and I'm like, oh, that Mike. I'm just like, okay, like, just, I don't know this guy, but it's just,
Clay becomes everybody. Like Clay and Chris from Daily Comment, they're best friends now. Like he came on and did his whole vulnerable story, and everybody was loving him. It's like, freaking Clay, man.
It did make me feel good that like Chris likes me. I mean, because I was so intimidated to join.
I told you didn't have to be intimidated.
But I do think that I do bring a different like vibe, because I'll open up maybe more than the other. Because the other people are like you, like you'll open up, but they're like, this is a call. And I'm like, I'm not going to not be me. I did watch Wednesday's show, and I watched your part and a little of Daniel, and then I sped up to where I was because I wanted to see how much I talked. And I was like, okay, I didn't talk too much. Today, I kind of, because I was tired, I kind of babbled a little, but I think everybody's figured out. I talk more than, Yeah,
but the funny thing is, like, Chris loves you. Like he, I don't know, like he was all about Clay's story.
I already thought, I was like, hey, if it's safe to run, we'll have to find a marathon and run together, Yeah,
that's the thing about Clay. Clay's so open. Like everybody loves Clay.
I'm just the only person who doesn't always love Clay. Not to go deep, but
Let me share this real quick. So here let me show you.
That was the Debbie Downer moment there of the episode.
No, I just gave you props, so you can't have no Debbie. Debbie does.
I do appreciate it. Like I said, it made me feel good that,
Can y'all see those comps?
It's blurry on my screen, or my eyes are awful.
Look at that. The sell-through rate, 99%. Now, I haven't found the exact one somewhere, but it looks like around the $50 range. And I think I paid, like, it was $5.50. So, you see
Jody, Chris, and I were going to get, like, matching tattoos, His will say daily, mine will say refinement.
Well, he's got. Oh well, it's funny. Like I pushed Clay for a year now to get to a certain level, and I don't know. Like maybe I think Chris will help get you where you want to be.
Well, like Matt, I think that could still be a good connection. Like on Monday, I'm going to message him and be like, "Hey, do you have some numbers?" And eventually, like, Chris is going to come across another like thing that around here within the state, I bet,
Yeah, when we were talking, like I brought that up to him today, that about leveraging our group to try to buy wholesale, like in my case, shoes.
Yeah, he said that on Wednesday, like, y'all need to do group things, and like you and I, yeah. And man, if he had known us back when he said, I got that shoe deal, whatever it was, in Dallas. Like,
yeah. But now moving forward.
Yeah.
Now they don't have models on these SAS. Like it's just generic. Like I'm gonna put tripod comfort leather diabetic walking shoes. This gonna sell 40.
Remember the last time we went out, like 5 weeks ago? And we were at that thrift giant in Irving. I remember I found a pair of SAS, and you went down like a whole aisle while I tried to find it.
Yeah.
Because it's so. Because
the one that you were looking for?
The one I was looking for was kind of a beige-ish or something. Like there were very few of them, and I should have, after a few minutes, like just of scrolling, given up and been like, okay, if you ain't seen it now. But I was kind of hoping that, maybe it was going to be like one of the good ones.
Oh, do you want to hear a failure? So I bought a pair of Brooks. I forget what model. like a purple pair of Brooks. I forget which one. Maybe GTS 18s or something. Like, good money, right? And the good condition. And I go to list them, and one is size 7 and one is size 9. They're the exact same model, but they were 2 different sizes. I was like, "Are you serious?"
Where'd you pick them up at?
The thrift.
How much did you pay?
How much I pay? Like, I think that was part of the average $550. So what I do, I donate them, and then I just write. That's a write-off. Like, I have a category in my Excel sheet of damage inventory, and I just it's $550.
That day that we went at the Westmoreland one, I don't know why I remember exactly where we were, but we talked about it at the Westmoreland one because I think one of us picked up a pair and then realized it was like 2 different, either looking shoes but really similar or different sizes.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but hey, it's like I used to get bummed out, like how he's really bummed out about how he spirals about that. Like, I used to get about that about little things, but once you get to a certain volume, you're like, well, that's just part of it. Like, I need to look a little more carefully. And another pair or 2 had like damage I missed, and I wrote those off too. So I guess when you're trying, like, my goal is to do one day of sourcing, like a 12-hour day where I come home with like 100 pair of shoes and I'm good for the week, maybe even a little bit longer. And when you do that, when you're going really fast, I guess you give up a little bit of the quality control, and it's trying to balance that out. Like, I need to be a little bit more careful, but I don't want to get to the point where I'm so slow that I'm missing opportunities. Jody has a good question. I'm gonna let Val talk because we've talked too much, especially me. Brian, Clay, Valerie. No, let's do it. Brian, Clay, Valerie. Most profitable find lately? And go. You go first.
I have it pulled up on my screen, actually. I was waiting to share it, but give me 1 second. I'm being an old lady and buying carpal tunnel gloves because that's.
Ooh. You know what? You need to buy these SAS.
To make a joke like my dad would say, what state is that tunnel located in? Where is the carpal tunnel? Is that in the Dakotas or Wyoming? Sorry.
Okay, well, the thing I picked up, I'm not selling. Let me share my screen with you if I could.
Good job bathing.
Screen share.
Here you go.
Right here, this little guy.
Amazon.
I think I paid $250 for it, but he's not going to be sold. Here's the sold on eBay, $40 for this guy.
Nice.
But when I went to the thrift store, he was new at tags too at the thrift store. I picked it up for my dog, and I came home and I was kind of teasing him with it. And then Chad got home and he's like, "That's a really nice stuffed animal. Did you see how much it was worth?" And I told him, "No, I bought it for Bella." So Chad started to look it up, and I told him, "Don't look it up. I don't want to know." And it was worth this much, but I still gave it to the dog because I'd already teased him. I'm not an eBay seller. I'm a Poshmark seller. I picked it up for Bella.
Okay. All right. Evidence. Exhibit B. Why you need to be an eBay seller. You could buy a lot of cheap ones for Bella. That's cool though. Cool.
I could have, but she loves this one, so yeah, that was probably my most profitable. But it's not.
That's cool.
Not getting resold.
All right, let me pull up mine. I had a really good sale this week, and I'm not doing videos anymore. Like, I'll do these lives. Like, I only get like 50 people watch my what sold, so whatever. I'll just share that with people that want to know. I'm not bitter or anything.
New channel name. Bitter Treasures.
Bitter Brian's Treasures.
Bitter Brian. Well, that can go with Clay's crappy videos, Val's vomit videos that she and I said, and then Bitter Brian.
Yeah, I'm a little bitter. I'll be honest. I'm owning that emotion. That's what I'm working on in therapy. Owning my emotions. Not suppressing them.
Sit with that feeling.
Tabs. Okay, this one I think. Nope. This one. Okay. Well, that's not my best one, but these Justin boots sold for $69.
$69. Sorry.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
doing sold?
$290 with shipping. This Bible was in the book lot I got this summer at the estate sale. My average cost was probably about 30 cents on this. This is a 1917 King James Version Schofield Bible, rarest first edition, antique, reverent, historic edition, scarce, obsolete. Oh, look at that keyword stuffing, by the way. And here's another thing, Val. You can get a lot more words in your title on eBay than Poshmark. And you can tell that, this guy had a giant Bible collection, and Bibles can be worth some good money. And this is like an old one. I think he was a pastor. Look at that, 1917. And even though it has wear on it, this thing sold for almost $300 with shipping. And all this information, sell similar, right? You can find some good stuff. So that's my flip of the week. Almost $300 on a Bible. And here, let me show you this. I went to yesterday. It's next to the post office, and I picked up shoes there. And I always look at Bibles when I find them.
I do now because of you. I have several over there.
Some more with good money, and this one with a gold.
Hey, Mike.
This one I looked up for about $100 on it, and the guy gave it to me for free because I bought quite a bit of shoes from him. So that was cool. I'm still kind of stoked about that. But here's the funny thing: like, the longer you resell, even though that was like when that happened that day, like when I first started reselling, if I got a $30 sale, I was so stoked. But when that's day, I was like, yeah, that's cool. And that was it. I packed it up carefully and shipped it. And I'm like, okay. Didn't make a video or anything about it. Didn't put it on what sold. Watch it anyway. But it's like, I don't know. It's like the thrill of these big finds kind of fades a bit. I mean, it's still cool, at least for me, but it's like, yeah, you just kind of expect them occasionally.
Did you say you were going to stop doing recorded videos?
As of right now. Now, Clay knows this. I change all the time, but as of right now, I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, we talked. Yeah, I told her how y'all gave me crap when I changed my name a couple times. But then I said, but Val, when Brian started, he was, or at least your store was Soul Satisfaction. Then you were this, that one page of Texas, I was like, why did I not figure out Clay's Closet to begin with? Or maybe I should just stick with awesome post-run hair.
So, I mean, a couple of things, Val. Like, all right, so being in the Patreon call, like Chris, it's true. Like your time as a good reseller is at least $50 an hour, at least, and it can be higher than that.
I'll take.
So I make these videos, I edit them a little bit, and I'm not a very good video maker, so I'll own that. And I put them up, and my best video all time had 4,000 views, but my average is 50, 70 views. I'm at 617 subscribers. Like why do I want to spend 3 or 4 hours a week? And even when I get monetized, like Scott, Dumpster Diver Dad, he talks about like, he's made like what, a few bucks since he's been monetized.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta keep it growing. You gotta keep it growing.
Yeah, and like Val, you've got a big personality, and people like yours. So I think you should keep going. But like for me, I am just a better reseller. I'm not like comparing to people. Just like my time is better spent reselling. Like I can find these Bibles and flip them for 300. But if I make a video, I'm gonna get 20 views. Like I'm gonna make more by reselling than videos. So it's kind of back to the basic. Kevin, the Thrifting Lounge kind of brought that point up a while back. I do like the lives. I guess that's why I'm talking so much, because we're just like Clay. We've talked about this a lot, and we talk and text a lot, that Like when you're used to teaching and being around people all day long, now I'm by myself 90% of the time until my wife and daughter come home.
Yeah.
So
it's hard to go from all. Good. I mean, like the good thing, I guess we kind of had preparation from spring break, you know, because the last time we were in a class, you didn't see students. You saw them virtually, but literally the last day I was live with students was Friday, March 13th. So I had until I quit to kind of get used to it. And then these last couple weeks,
I gotta take this call. Y'all keep talking.
Okay. And then these couple weeks, I've not even seen cousin Angie because I was a butthead to myself, you know, and then I text her saying how awful a person I am. And so I've kind of, you know, made it not where she wants to see me. So like, I've literally like not seen much of anybody in weeks. So that's why I like this. Cause like I have a friend named Angie and we ran twice this week, but like in person, I saw my mom for maybe 30 minutes today, my dad last week. Yeah. So, and like in my head, you live close, like for some, you know what I mean? Like, because we message, I see you here. Because like I've only seen Brian in person, like I said, since March 4 or 5 times, but it feels like.
I think the three of you, the brain, and Danica should road trip and come thrifting.
Yeah.
It'd be good content. Even if I'm not thrifting for myself, I'll do it just for the content.
You and Danica put it on y'all's channel. Yeah, whatever. And yeah.
What did Brian want me to talk about? He asked me a question and I'm so out of it.
I don't know.
So tired.
I know. Same here. I told my friend Angie when we were running yesterday about how the other day when I came back into the view of the camera, I was about to be like, Val, who's coming up behind you? You know?
Well, earlier in this stream, I scared myself. My hand was behind right here, and I scared myself moving my hand.
Oh I saw my neighbor. After my run walk, I kind of got in the pool for a second. And as I'm walking in, you know, a few minutes ago, I saw him like going, that guy the other night was insane. You know, the guy who banged on my door. Yeah. And he's like, I know. I was like, I get that he's upset you double parked, but like he saw like, I mean, I just don't get the guy's thinking. You're angry. But then I was like, hey, we've all had road rage, whether it's road rage or at the grocery store or a movie theater. And I was like, for him, it was because someone parked behind him and he didn't think, they're probably just unloading or something. He said, yeah, then he kind of like, I guess my neighbor, he had buddies over. So I guess they unloaded and they were leaving. But he's like, the guy kind of like, when he got in his car, chased him out, like was creepy and weird. And I was like, I said, I wish I hadn't been so rattled. And I would have said, like, not sir, but like, dude, you can't like bang on people's doors like that and scare me. Because my neighbor is like, yeah, that scared me too. Because you heard it. It was like, that was loud, you know.
Well, like when that happened too, I didn't know if I should mute your mic because I didn't know if it was like a private conversation happening. Right? But I also wanted to know if something bad happened, then I could like call Brian and be like, send help.
God, what if it had been some psycho? Then I open you and like boom, boom, and you're like, Clay's down, Clay's down. Yeah. God, what a bad way to die. You open your door and just some pissed off guy. This is why, not to get into gun deal, but I'm not going, this is why most people don't need guns. You know, like, you know, for me, it's not like I'd ever really kill myself, but there's been a couple periods where I'm like going, I don't know, maybe if I was down enough, you just like one day be like, I'm out, you know? But like that guy, you're like, that guy didn't need a gun. He was just, you know, angry enough. I hope my computer does not die here. I thought I was charging it when I went out earlier, but the problem is where I have like my router and modem, I also keep plugged in one other device. I don't know what that third thing is, but I have like, the Roku stick. So I don't actually have enough spots. And I'm like, okay, I need to find another place to charge my computer because I didn't plug the actual thing in, I had the printer plugged in. So now I get to run this through the bike tire.
Dang
it. What was that?
What's Jody talking about?
I don't know. I could have sworn I just heard you say Poshmark. Like the word say Poshmark really quick. I'm hearing things, I guess. Wow. Yeah, when this is over, I need to eat my leftover Tex-Mex. Brian, not from El Phoenix, but you want to guess what my Tex-Mex was last night?
Chipotle.
Well, no, not the place. It was this place like El Phoenix, but a little better. But what my order was?
Oh, cheese enchiladas, no onions, not too much cheese on the top, even though it's cheese enchiladas. No beans, double rice. Was that right?
Yep. And some flour tortillas. Yeah.
Clay is a creature of habit.
Well, when you can't decide anything.
Hold on. I gotta call you out here. I just had an epiphany. You're a creature of habit, but you hate routines. What the hell?
I hate what?
But you hate routines and schedules, but you're a creature of habit.
Oh, because I used to have them, and I think it just drove me. It was a coping deal. You know, like when I was in middle school, I remember watching my dad, like how I still write notes on pizza boxes, my hand, whatever. And so I used to do that because it was my way of trying to get through the day, you know, and be happier. And then at a certain point, and even when I first started teaching, I would do that, you know, like after school, do this, or I'd write it on my whiteboard, kind of like what I had to do in the morning. And now, I don't know. I've just talked about it in therapy so I put too much pressure on myself sometimes of like it's summer, you've got to have fun. No, don't plan to have fun. Like, or on a weekend, you don't have to have plans always, you know? So I don't know. It's trying to find that balance. Hey, there's Francie. Francie, we were talking about earlier when Brian said, he's like, oh, my light box. And I was like, yeah, you sold it to Francie.
Yeah, kind of wish I'd have kept it, but I'm glad Francie got good use out of it. I will say that.
He's
this is another example of me always changing, right?
Yeah.
At one point, I had a couple of listers, and then it's just, I'm just going to list myself. And now I want to scale up again. And I'm like, I kind of need another light box. But that's okay. That's me. I have my own indecisiveness issues.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, when you had Benny and Justin doing stuff, you know, that was motoring Clay's notepads and books and boxes. Yeah.
And hands.
Hey, Jody, pretty much my to-do list is, this is today, you know, there's some other notes on other places, like for wholesale. I'm covering up where I find wholesale, but it's kind of like a list of what I'm going to look into next week, because that's a big goal.
Yeah, and basically, like Chris talked about this, and I agree. That's how I'm set up. You should have your one-offs, like, for example, me, shoes. That should be like your day job, but you should save a little bit of time to try to find replenishables or wholesale items. Because ideally, if you have both, you can go to the next level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, too many. Yeah, I need to combine these to-do lists on the other notepad.
My list is more on here than when I'm by myself. That's okay. I need the company.
Well, no, I've listed, since we started, I listed 6 things, drafts.
What's so funny, Val? What are you laughing at?
Nothing. I'm just sitting here taking it all in.
You just like, we're Dumb and Dumber, basically, you know? So you're saying there's a chance.
We have it.
That's fancy. Typing the more striked out items with the cross through font.
God, imagine how Clay.
What a
Imagine
show
how weird we'll be in a couple years of just being resellers. Like we've been kind of normalized, mainstream, and now we're gonna be really weird.
Yeah, you're gonna be sitting in your garage alone for years. I'm gonna be sitting in this 400 square foot apartment because there's potential. I don't need to get a lot bigger. Like, what if I can get a deal? What if we can get a shoe pipeline? And what if with Matt, from the call, I start getting into what he's doing or something? Like, maybe I just have another storage unit. So yeah, we're both just like, yeah, we both have long beards or white, and it's like we're just
looking like
and I'm like looking around like this. Yeah, I hardly go out.
Writing on your head and scratching things out.
He's got writing all over his face.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh my God. Matter of fact, I was talking to myself today. I noticed that. I never talk to myself.
Really? I do. So.
Oh no, this is not a good sign. And I'm an introvert, so I enjoy alone time. But I think even for an introvert, like you can only have so much of that.
I sing a lot when I'm here by myself. To my dog. I sing to my dog.
All right, well, sing to us. Let's hear it.
No, I'm not a singer. I just sing a lot.
What is Tekken?
Like a boy.
Sorry. Is Tekken on YouTube, right, Brian, or not?
He's on a video, one of Chris's recent videos.
But he doesn't have his own channel?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I'm trying to figure out like how he spells it to know if he
probably letter N.
T-E. Like the video game?
Oh, T-E-K-N.
He said for his first several years, he would list, I forget the number, like, oh, maybe it's 150, maybe it's more, like clothing items a day. And he would not stop until it was done. Like he was working 18 to 20 hours a day for like the first couple of years.
That's miserable.
7 days a week.
That's not even a life.
That is too much even for me.
I mean, so if you're making a lot of money, it's like in my head, it just popped in. Like if you're a first year lawyer at some great firm making like, 150,000, but you're working like 85, 90 hours a week. Like some of these people I would Uber who live in Uptown, this nice area, Val, near downtown. You're like, great, you make all this money, but you don't have any time to like enjoy life, breathe, or like.
But some people, that's what they do enjoy. Like Chad, he makes really good money at the shop and he works a lot, but that's what he likes to do. He doesn't like to like relax.
And I see. I've had to learn to relax because my dad was very successful at what he did, and for decades. And he was always go, go, go between like work and then with our sports growing up, or we had he's had Cowboy season tickets for 60 years, Mavericks, Rangers, so like sports or work. And that's why when his life drastically changed 2 years ago, he went from like, I told you, it just changed completely overnight, basically, to nothing. And now, like Corona, does Val? Why haven't we played yet? Played what?
Can we play though? I tried playing with the sloth guy, and we couldn't because our connection, since we're not in the same.
Tell the sloth guy he better get my money. Freaking very.
So I'm not sure if we can. Well, no, I don't want to play with you. Never mind, Jody. I take that back. Jody's good. Did y'all see that last video? Or not his last video, but he made a video of him and his friends playing. And they made it to the very last round. And was it you that had the kill shot, Jody? Like, that's hard to do. These guys don't know. That's hard to do. That's crazy. I'm never playing with you. No offense, Jody. Maybe if you get really, really hammered, then I'll play with you. But I'm not.
Jody, do you drink?
If he's hammered, he'll be bitching about it all night. I haven't played video games in about 10 years. I used to love the what was it with the zombies? The POV shooter game. Modern Warfare or something. I was actually good at it. Like, and some of my ex-students, we would get on the PlayStation, mic up, and we would go in battle. And like I could hold my own back in the day. Like I haven't played in years, but maybe I need to get back on it.
If anybody wants to play Final Fantasy, I would love to do that. I've only persuaded in my entire life one person to play that game with me, and they really sucked, and it was horrible. But I'm sure you guys will do good. Huh?
Is that PlayStation or Xbox?
Everything. I play on PC though.
Everything. On what?
On my computer.
On PP. Oh, your computer.
Yeah, I play on the PP.
I'm like, what? What is the PP? I'm confused.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
And I'm confused, and I got 18 tabs. And
Hey, whatever. I'm learning in therapy right now, whatever people are into. So I
do
will
want to
not
play some
judge,
video games.
Val.
Oh.
I'm looking at garage sale app, even though I'm not. I know I won't go tomorrow. Just I can't help but look at least.
Don't look. If I look, I go.
See, I don't always, like because I have all this stuff from mom and stuff to pack. Angie has some more stuff she wants to give me tomorrow.
Like Clay is running a consignment shop. Clay, you should be the reluctant consignment shop.
Well,
like you take stuff that you really don't want to sell, that's not good, but you can't tell anyone no.
Well, I won't say it's not good because I've made a bunch of money from what Angie's given me.
That's funny.
What, Jody?
No, Brain's saying here. That's funny.
It's true.
Well, no, it's sometimes because it surprisingly adds to my pile. So it stresses me out because like I'll be making progress and like it's different if I pile it up. But like at least all the stuff mom gave me, I'm not splitting the money. Huh?
I'm sorry. You're what?
I said
it makes you money, but it stresses you out.
Well, it stresses me out if my death pile grows and it's not my choice.
Hey, if you want to grow your death pile, I still have stuff. I just honestly, this is kind of sad. Like I donated some electronics. There's probably $300 or $400 worth of electronics I donated. Made the decision. I'm doing replenishables and shoes. That's it.
Oh well.
I will say I do like books. In a nice book, I will flip that too, but that's very small.
Well, once you said that the other day, I actually wrote on my to-do list. Check the comps for these VCRs and just maybe figure out the quickest way. Donate, go to a pawn shop, whatever. And then that guy
everyone should do that. I mean, like
money
in it.
No, but also if I can, that's why I'm glad at least one of them I'm selling locally. I didn't put it in a box. It is all wrapped up in bubble wrap, like well protected. I learned that from Mike, if you're still listening. But so I just kind of like, okay, if I can get rid of
Mike's killing it, by the way.
Oh, he totally is. God, can you imagine if he had time to join Chris's call?
And by the way, I don't know if you're still out there, Mike, but our thoughts and prayers with Mike. I know if you guys follow him, he lost his daughter recently. That's got to be so hard, man. If anything we can help you with, man, let us know. But it's got to be so hard. But hard transition, like as far as like his sales, man, he's killing it.
And he's made connections, and he knows electronics, and it's like they're just drawn to him. Like it's crazy.
Dang, I have 2 drafts open. I didn't actually click finish on. What the heck?
I've only listed one thing.
I've done a couple, but I will say I probably make a lot more mistakes during these work sessions. I'm not focused properly. But
yeah, my brain wasn't working right when I was doing my live working hangout. My descriptions were crap. I probably need to go back and add a little more.
So when are we gonna get you on eBay? That's my number one goal for Val.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure. I give into that pretty easy.
It's for your own good, though. Like, this is going to benefit you.
Yeah.
Next
Like I
week,
said, I'll start easy.
That
I'll
sounds like me. Yeah.
trust the process.
Trust the process. All three phases of the game. Offense,
Yeah.
defense, special teams. Source, list, pack, or something.
Shit.
Something
Yeah.
like that. Oh, I need a new chair.
Okay, I'm going to stop looking at this app here. I'll click
You're
on
not
one
what?
last cell here.
Yeah, you need to get off that, man.
I know.
It's gonna make you go. Like I still love, and I'm not saying I'll never do garage sales because I've still got good shoes at garage sales, but
Ooh, a
like,
tub of shoes. Huh. Let's see. Can I tell what the shoes are?
I will say though, like if like in my case where I'm just doing shoes, it's hard to go just because I see all the other money that's there and I know what it's worth mostly.
Yeah.
And so it's like so tempting.
Oh, they're doing the whole, my guess, somewhat like a bulk buy or dollar store, and then just turn around and sell it for $2 or $3. Okay, if you need some black athletic shoes, there you go. I am gonna look again at the one that I starred to be like, oh, it's a community garage sale.
Ooh, those can be
I won't go because I'll be awake, but I'll need to start working since I haven't done much.
Well, Val, it seems like, and correct me if I'm wrong, like from what I gather, your routine is like the weekend, I think Sundays you go to the bins, and today you go garage selling, right? So sourcing days a week?
Yeah. I don't go to the bins every week. Like if I get enough at garage sales, then I will just use that stuff. But lately it's not been that good. Like today I don't think I picked up anything for reselling at garage sales. But I don't know if you were here when I was saying I got like 5 things from the thrift store yesterday. But that means I'm gonna have to go to the bins.
I like that. I mean, and basically, and that's all right. And here's another thing Tech and Sports was saying on Chris's interview, that like it's kind of stupid, and I agree, to have death piles to buy this stuff and not list it. And I think he's probably a little bit anal, like it has to be listed that day. But I think the general philosophy is right, though, right? If you're buying it, you're tying up your not your revenue, you're tying up your capital in this product, and so why you really shouldn't be buying more until that product is listed. And that's what I'm not going to say trying. That's why I was going to go thrifting today. That was fun, but I didn't get my listings up this week like I should have, so I didn't go. It's like a punishment. You're punished, Brian. You cannot go thrift. Sad face.
Jody found his honey hole. Bizzle Center thrift store.
Ooh, I'm gonna drive up there and check it out. Ooh, that'd be fun to do a sourcing road trip with like an 18-wheeler and just go all the way around the country, go up to Canada. I'm seriously coming up. I'm trying to talk Clay into. I'm coming up sourcing in Colorado.
Yeah, I told you.
You're gonna have to. We're gonna make you take us to the bins, and
that's what I told Clay. Drag Clay with you and grab Danica and have a big thrifting. There's plenty. Like I don't know how other people's bins are. I went to one that was like, was it Pennsylvania? I don't remember. Jersey maybe. And the clothing there was ridiculously bad, and like the bins were almost empty. Like it wasn't even worth bringing them out. There was so little clothes. But then when you come to the Colorado bins, especially the Springs ones, it's literally mountains higher than me that you have to dig through, which is crazy. Like I don't understand how some places are so bad. I don't know how your guys's are, but
ours is pretty good. Like on the shoes is pretty good. I don't think the clothing's as good as yours. one of the guys in our Patreon call, he lives up near you, I guess outside of Denver, and that's what he was talking.
Who's that?
You know, I don't know his name. Like he um
You went to
he
the
does
Jersey one?
he
Sorry.
say what?
I was talking.
Yeah. But the point he was making is that like what you're saying, Val, he's just reiterating that there's really good brands there. Like because he was talking about like wholesale pallets and like how you can't even find the North Face or Patagonia or things like that. And he said there's plenty of it up there. Mm-hmm. And I think with your that area being so outdoorsy and probably the median income is higher than a lot of parts of the country, and how active it is, that you just have tons of those brands.
Mm-hmm. Like there's so much Columbia and like North Face, but for me that's like the lower.
Yeah.
I'm like snobby when it comes to
no, and in my head I'd be like, God, I'd love to find a bunch of I did tell my mom today, I was like, no offense, because normally when I go like on trips, the cat goes to my mom's, you know, because she likes my cat. It's her only grandchild that she gets to see. Thanks, brother. So I said, no offense, but with her being ill, you know, if like I told you, Val, if I can find the guy at the vet who could come stay, but then I worry, like, what does it do to her psychologically? You know, like me being gone, like, it's like, man, if you were 6 hours away, you know, it's like, it's just long enough right now with her. But I'm like, for my business, I might just have to, you know, in like a few weeks, just like, leave whatever, leave one morning, drive 12 hours, source Saturday, source Sunday. And then I was like, well, God, if the stores close at whatever time Sunday, I drive 5 of the hours back and then I'm back by Monday afternoon. You know, there's no hike. There's no, who cares about Red Rock? I don't need to see downtown Denver. If we see it driving.
Right. I care. I want to go hiking.
Well, yeah, but since I can't, but see, when we didn't go this summer, which I understood when you didn't want to source and I needed to kind of like, now I don't have time to.
Well, no, let's, all right, hold on. Revisionist history. You canceled the trip. You canceled the trip.
But you didn't want to source.
Oh, I still want to go Colorado so with my family, which is fine. But
yeah, but you didn't
want to source, but you canceled it.
Yeah, I did, but I needed to source too if I was going that far, is all I'm saying.
Well, we were going to source.
No, but you at that point were nervous about it because of Corona, which I understood. I just then was like, well, with Corona and if we can't source, I shouldn't spend any money to go just to hike, you know. It's like, I in a few years, I'll eventually go to Denver or not. It doesn't really, like, if it's kind of like,
says the guy that will take a trip to run a marathon. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's like, if I never get back to Europe, is it really going to alter my life? No. Once you're dead, you're dead. It doesn't matter. You got to be happy where you are. I'm working on that.
Clay, but yeah, it's when you're alive though. You're those memories that, like, there's been studies that say that like they've compared people who buy things versus people who have experiences, and they've qualified it that the experiences bring you more long-term pleasure.
Oh, I agree. I believe that. I'm just saying I'm working so hard on being happy that, like,
of course, Clay's been
I don't have a Olympics. There is no.
Dad has given him all the experiences, so Clay's already good. That's why he don't care.
No, as an adult, I paid for my trips.
Cowboys tickets.
Hey, I can't help that my dad had money and liked sports.
See, all that stuff though, like, that's not stuff I'd want to do. You'd have to force me to go to a football game. You'd have to drag me.
Yeah.
And like take me to a chair.
Well, that's not your thing. Yeah.
That's funny.
Maybe, yeah. If me free beer, maybe I'd go. If there's free beer, maybe I would go.
Like for me, when my dad is gone, I probably won't go to many sports games because I've gone to, I don't know, not 1,000, but maybe 1,000 pro games with him. So it's kind of like, why wouldn't I? If I can't go with the main person, it's not going to be as fun. because like I've taken friends. Brian went to Cowboy game, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, and you know, we sometimes have extras, but like it's kind of like I won't have that much probably money that I would want to spend. Like on a Cowboy ticket, Val, it's like probably 100 each, you know? So I'm like going, okay, I might keep buying the season tickets, sell most of them, and go to like 2 and take my friends, or if I ever had kids and be like, well, we'll go to a couple, but Dad would rather have money for Disney World or just paying the electric bill, you know, or, you know.
Yeah. I get it.
But like I'm just working hard on, like I say, being happy here. If I'm sitting around and feeling alone, being like, well, choose to be happy alone, you know, like that's all I mean. Sure, I'd like to take more trips, but if not, don't tell her you're going, Clay. Don't tell who. Francie. Oh, my cat. Oh, maybe that's who she means. Yeah, Nana Tink, Val punched another reseller at the
Don't worry, it was worth it. I got him good.
Who was it the other night? She did not do that, Nana.
Leticia, I think she believed you. I didn't hurt anybody. I've never punched anybody in my life.
I said it really quick because on your channel the other night,
I would.
Someone believed that when I said it, you know.
No, I have cyst. Who's that going? Is it me? Who's that for? No, I have cysts in my wrist, and sometimes they really hurt.
Cyst in the wrist. Cyst in the wrist. Cyst in the wrist. Not to make fun of cysts in the wrist at this time, you know.
I purchased a new one though. This one, so it's getting worse, the pain. It was just in my wrist, but now it's spreading up to my knuckles. So I ordered a it's like an arthritis carpal tunnel type deal that's a little bit more secure and more oh, what's the word? It's like solid. So
yeah.
We'll see.
For those of you out there that missed it earlier, hey, Val, where is that tunnel, that carpal tunnel? Is that in the Dakotas? Sorry, people. And again, Francie, you can come on if you want. Has Francie ever come on? I don't know. And Mike, feel free if you want. Okay, well, I've got 10 things listed. So for today. 9 of them were like the little Lego figures, you know, or whatever.
How many did I say I got listed? Was it 1 or 2? My closet, 1. 1 thing listed.
And I need to set a sale now on the eBay. I'm sharing also as we speak. I've shared my closet about 1,500 times. Not great, but
1,500 times or 1,500 shares?
1,500 shares, I mean, yeah. But my closet's only about 200 items, so that probably means I've shared it like 7 times, I guess. Everything about 7 times.
How many do I have active? I don't know. Did I tell you guys I finally got my IKEA bags in? I'm happy. I'm so happy.
Oh, I went and looked up pink IKEA bags to see if I can make money, and you can make a little, but
do you guys have an IKEA that's close?
Yeah, there might be a second one. One is like, it's not super far. Like I could, if I was going to thrift up north, I could go. It's like 35, 40 minutes, you know, just because the cities goes out that far now. You know, it's in Frisco where like the Cowboys practice and stuff, but
Nana Tink, 1 or 2, she can't remember. It's been a long day. That was a rough 1 listing that I got up.
1? Oh, did y'all see my bins? You see how I'm doing my shoes now? I was trying to show you.
I was going to ask you, is that how you store them?
I wasn't, and like they were just kind of all kind of thrown in there, but now I saw this on Chris. Now, what I need to do, and I'm gonna get the plastic poly bags, the clear ones, and I'm gonna put them in here and put an SKU number, but like I've got them back to back, and so I fit 4 times 3, so I can fit 12 in here in a 66 quart bin. And that looks so much better than how. I don't know why I didn't think of this. I know Clay's got his shoe wall, but I don't. As many shoes as I have, I need more than just a shoe wall.
Yeah. I'm just looking at ideas for my sister because that's what she's gonna sell, the shoes.
Shoes are the bomb. I love shoes.
I'm gonna need something.
I don't know. It depends. Like I want to max out what I can do on shoes, and if I still have time, then I might move into men's pants or some clothing.
That's funny. For some reason, I'm gonna move into men's pants.
Good.
Oh.
I want to tell a joke, but it might offend a lot of people, so I won't.
Good.
It's a good one, though.
I prefer women's pants, but they don't bring as much money. So Francie's, I haven't even seen the chat. I got 17 pairs of shoes to list. Tomorrow I will be working part of the day. So I've got to hit my goal before I report Monday. I think if I work like a 4-hour block where I'm focused, I think I could get these knocked out.
I'm at 45 now, and my goal is 50 for the week.
You're almost there. You're gonna hit it.
I've got and I mean I have enough drafts plus the stuff in the car. I mean the stuff that Mom gave me. I bet there's gonna be. I'm trying to think like 1, 2.
Jody's asking about Ben's shoes. Jody, I probably have. I don't know how many shoes. Like my eBay store is at 913 items, and probably 2/3 of that, probably about 600 are shoes. Like I would need a warehouse. Like the thing about this is it's efficient. Like you can get 12 in the bin, and then got rows.
We have room for racks
I've only got room for one more shelving unit, and then I'm gonna have to get a storage unit. Again, I did one earlier when I was gonna do storage units again. I said nah. But this, yes, Miss Val.
Just for fun, while we're talking, what's the?
I'm sorry, Mr. Clay.
Huh?
Following classroom procedure.
Oh.
She showed the proper protocol and edited her hand patiently. Let her speak, please.
I had a question for Clay.
Go ahead.
You get to speak.
Yes, Mr. Clay. Where did your mom source? You said she got them from auctions. Was this like online, or did she go to an auction?
An online auction for a local. And this lady, she's still alive. She's like in her 80s. Mom said she never had kids. She was like super successful lawyer or businesswoman. And the house is probably from the 50s or 60s. It's in this neighborhood, Highland Park, which Brian can tell you is really nice. And so the amount of stuff that when I went with her a couple weeks ago or last Saturday to pick it up, the tables, and looking other rooms, and this was like the 7th sale that they had, my mom said. And then they had another last night. She just bought and bought because she had so much money, but she was buying a lot. It's not like cheap stuff like Neiman Marcus and, so yeah, I told my mom, I was like, I might have to have Val because she knows who you are, Val, from watching. So I was like, Val can help me with some of the just good descriptions. Even if it's not clothes, I can show you like this giant plate and you're good at coming up with like keywords, I feel like. Well, I don't do keywords. I'm lazy man reseller, Yeah. Hey, you got
lots of plates, Clay.
Huh?
My feelings are insulted. I've sold lots of plates.
No, I know. But if I'm doing it this weekend in my head, you're just busy. You got a schedule.
My descriptive word, round. Is it large,
small? Busy, I just know Brian.
I have Dr. Lori on my phone.
You do, but you know, I just picture like you're so busy. I just don't want to. I'm not going to bug you with, you know. So I'll bug Val because I feel like, yeah, she'll get back to me. Or if we do a live work deal.
Good comeback, Clay. Good comeback.
But I just know you stick to, even though we text at night.
Wait, what is that? I stick to what?
Like your schedule. Boom, 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 boom.
Wait. Wasn't one of our calls this week about our schedules, Clay?
Yeah, what do you mean? Like how
On
yours
the
is
Patreon call?
Huh?
On the Patreon call, did schedules this week?
Yeah, I'm saying how you try to stick to a schedule. I don't really have one. I kind of do.
Wait. I'm going to tell Chris.
What are you saying? I'm confused.
I'm going to tell Chris that you don't take schedules seriously, sir.
I just have a list of what I have to do that day. I don't put it down like 9 to 10, 10 to 11. I'm not doing that yet. That's not in my brain yet.
Yeah, this is on, what day was this? This was, we talk about schedules and like, you got to have a schedule, man. Val has a nice schedule.
Yeah, I don't follow that one anymore. I need to update it.
Come on, guys.
I told you I tried doing it, but it was 6 a.m. and then my schedule ended at like 9:30 p.m. It was crazy.
Chris would approve. Now, I will say this, and Clay knows this, because it makes me crazy that things come up. Things always come up, and like my schedule, I haven't hit my schedule like fully any day, but I try, and that's my goal, because I know if I do, it'll benefit.
That's partially, yeah. Sorry.
Go ahead, Clay.
That's partially why I'm not putting times down necessarily, because I know that I'm just slow / procrastinator / things will come up. So
that's why you need a schedule.
I'm trying to, but I'm just going like with today, I've gotten most of the stuff off my list.
That's a to-do list. You need a schedule, sir.
I'm
reporting you to daily refinement, sir.
That's fine. Right now, I'm just going with a to-do list because
You're BFF. And by the way, Chris and Clay are like BFFs now. Like Chris loves Clay. I think everybody loves Clay.
Whenever you say that, the smile on his face.
He knows it. Like he's so happy with that. Yeah, Francie, schedule. Man, I tell y'all, and I preach this, and I know it sucks to spend money, but the $129 to be part of this call each morning, if you can fit it in your schedule, guys, you will grow as a reseller exponentially. We learn so much in the networking. Like Clay, there's a guy that does wholesale pants. And so Clay's reaching out to him to get a store. And I do it too.
He gets crap. Where's that piece of paper? He gets a pallet a week or a bale. It's about 750 pairs, Val, of jeans compressed. And then I got a little confused because people were asking questions to this guy. And he's like, if he then redid it and sold it in a pallet, he might sell like 500 at a time. And then people got into the shipping. And so I like text Brian. I was like, where's he at? And he's like, I think Texas. So then I messaged the guy. He's like, North Carolina. And I sent him another message saying, well, maybe let's figure out shipping and how much you would want. And he's like, I'll be around, or he said, I'll be around. Then I sent him a message saying, well, yeah, shoot me some numbers on all that. So Monday, I'm going to ask him again. Because like Chris and them almost made it sound like, right, Brian, that it would cost a lot, but not a ridiculous amount to get something that's giant.
Yeah, you can go through Mercari. Like you can get a 60-pound package through Mercari. Yeah, yes, Val?
Oh, I was just pointing at my cat going crazy.
Paul.
Yeah, you can do a 60-pound box. I forget the dimensions, like 24, 24, 24, something like that, but 60 pounds for $60. What are you asking about? Oh my God, what? And I see a lot of people don't do schedules.
There's a bolo in there. I was going to point out. Jody posted a bolo.
What is it?
Was it skull cashmere? I looked it up. Yeah, the comps are really good.
Catch up on chat. Is that the $400? Hope it's there, Jody. Good luck, man. Cross our fingers. Yes, Francie. Join team schedule. I'm team schedule. Forget those team no schedule people. Tech and sports is team schedule. Daily refinement is team schedule. Big sellers are team schedule. Oh, that stresses me out. I tend to get to things eventually. Hey, everybody's got to do their own thing, right?
You know what helps some people too? If the to-do lists get overwhelming, you make
Clay is awesome.
You make a list of stuff that you've already completed. So you have a list of everything that's done that you don't have to worry about anymore.
That's why I do like I know it's not a schedule, but a to-do list, because at least I can, like how Brian and I, like yesterday, Brian and I text last night saying like we were both kind of blah, Val, you know, and like we both helped each other out by saying like I gave him credit, and it was the most important thing. He did some great dad stuff / husband. And I was like, that is the most important. Like you did sales, maybe you didn't list as much, but like you did some good reseller, but you were like the dads. I mean, you know, without kids, we can still say that's all that matters. Really is like, sure, he's got to pay the bills for the kids somehow, but you know, so, and then he told me whatever, he was like, you did good with listing or something. So, you know, and you ran.
He's been killing it.
So that's why, at least for me, I'm trying to be like, you know, yeah, at least the list I can cross off. Now,
a schedule is a list with
time. Yeah, I just don't do that because I know that I might.
A schedule is a better list.
It is, but I'm just haven't like done that. I know
you got to say this. Like when I'm texting Clay, and whenever he starts with I know whatever I've said he disagrees with. It's probably getting on his nerves, and then he's gonna tell me something. So when I see I know, I'm like, yeah, you don't.
Oh, really? Well, that's that just means I probably am. No, if I get defensive, it means I know I need to take it in.
Hey, you made some great strides, like joining the Patreon call. I mean, and I think Clay got a lot from it, and I see the results. It's working, so I'm proud of him. Jody's comment, he sounds like an 8-year-old kid. Like, don't have a sleep schedule. I go to bed when I'm tired.
Right.
I kind of would like that, but I know I wouldn't get stuff done.
Yeah, it's hard to.
Can we
See, my problem is I don't always get everything done on my list. Like Val, my new funny T-shirt.
I put the URL in the chat. Sorry, Cliff.
That my new funny T-shirt, you know, our hikers math T-shirt. I want to get that made. Brian, I'm not sure I told you, Brian, that Val and Chad and we figured out 1 cougar / mountain lion equals 4 wolves. Hikers math.
Like wait, or ferocity or lethality.
I mean, maybe. Yeah.
Damn. So cougars are better.
Is that
we had a discussion. They were talking about their hiking adventure because Chad, in hour 4, maybe 3, if you keep watching, Brian, Chad kind of participated while he sat in the chair behind Val. And we were talking hiking and bears and different things. And so we came up with, we were like, oh yeah, because the wolf just has the jaws. Sure, they might scratch some, but the mountain lion has the claws and the jaw. So we maybe thought, yeah, one mountain lion equals 4 wolves. And I'm going to probably get a T-shirt made that says that because it'll make me smile and make me in a good mood when I wear it.
Right.
I got to have some more, reseller clothes because I don't wear anything with a collar anymore.
Yeah, check that out. Patreon. I'm sorry. Check that out. Grace Francie. Hello. Just come to one. I think he gives you like the first one or maybe even a week
for free. Free. Yeah.
Man, you do a week if you're serious like me and you like schedules and you like making money and you like networking and learning. Like our little Patreon group, Val, like it's what we do when it happens times at least 10, maybe 100. Like it's so good. Wait, what is he saying? But first, rude points plus 1 trillion.
Who got the rude points?
Yeah, was it me? Probably.
Probably me.
I'm not even talking. It can't be me.
Yeah, it's not Val. It's usually me.
What? It is me?
No, he said Valerie, comma Brian. What did I say that was rude?
No,
he
he's
said
telling
Valerie,
you.
Brian.
It's me.
What did
I'm
I
just
say that was rude?
wiggling.
Now this is my thing. I worry about this
Wait,
a lot,
that
too.
sentence can go either way. Is he saying Valerie?
Well,
Brian?
well,
Or
it's
is
a
he saying
fragment.
Valerie, Brian?
It's a fragment. Like Jody, it's not a complete sentence because we don't have a subject, right? We just have two nouns. Valerie, comma Brian is the rude jerk. Period.
There's a whole
okay.
song in the musical Hamilton where Hamilton's wife is like going on about where the comma
musical, by the way.
in the where the comma is.
Dearest, what's her name?
Angelica.
Yeah,
right.
Dearest, I love that, man. How nerdy am I? Like, and I used to teach history. Like, I've got a double degree in literature and history, and like I've got a lot of those Hamilton playlists.
Here, I'll tell you.
Look them out to them, and my family thinks I'm so.
One
weird.
idea I've thought slowly. It won't be popular by the time I would finish.
What?
Record myself and make the whole musical. Me singing.
Oh, you gotta sing one, Clay. You should.
I think
sing
that's already been done.
So what?
Oh, I'm sorry, Jody, if I hurt your feelings about the 8-year-old comment. I think it's still appropriate though. Like that's happened like 8-year-olds during summer school. Like my kids.
I mean, look how I eat. I'm
summer. Yeah, that's like Clay without a Patreon group. He just, stay in movies and I don't know. But I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, Jody.
Does it translate to metric differently? No.
Thank you, Dana. I know all the love, but hey, I'm opinionated. Like the way I was raised, and this is some of the things I'm working on in therapy, is that like my family, like we all like to fight and argue. It's like our pastime. And so I do try to tone it down, but it's like ingrained in me. Like you've got to argue, you've got to debate, you've got to win, and like even like fighting, like my brother's probably been in over 100 fights, and my dad. Like, I mean,
like
I know it's not healthy.
Fights?
Yeah, and I've been in a few myself. Like
how is that even possible?
You don't know the Vint family history.
How is he not in jail or dead?
Well, he got part of his ear bit off, so it's had its effects.
I mean, I'm not going to say he doesn't deserve it, but I mean, you're in 100 fights.
Like I try to channel mine because I've always like have this knight mentality. Like I will only fight if it's to defend and things. Like I became a police officer. I loved, and now I know police are maligned a lot, but I love protecting and serving, like very literally. And I enjoyed nothing more that when a suspect was fighting to arrest them and putting my hands on them and taking them to jail. Now I never had any complaints for excessive force. I never shot anybody, but when it was justified, I cherished it. So you see that. I was like, all right, Brian is twisted.
I cannot relate at all. In my family,
wait. Weren't you talking about fighting somebody at the bins, Val?
Yeah, but not my family. I would never touch my family.
Oh no, we wouldn't fight with each other. No, we fighting others.
Oh.
The hat. Oh my gosh. I'm so confused with the chat half the time.
I know.
Because you don't catch it when it's happening. You're like, wait, what's that?
Yeah.
Jody says, I'll survive. All right. You're Canadian, Jody. How come you didn't come on the show, Jody? To wrap this up, my wife and daughter want to go get some Brahms.
Nice.
Brahms is amazing. Do you have any Brahms up in Colorado?
I don't know.
It's like a burger. It's like a burger, old timey burger shop and ice cream.
Not that I've heard of.
Oh, it is so good. All right, now you got to sing that. I'm a survivor, Jody.
Let's get my money back.
Oh, he didn't want to come on because he's bleh.
Hey, that's why you won't be bled if you come on.
I've been blood during the show, Jody,
I've
but
been sitting here contributing nothing to the stream.
Yes, you have. We've just been speaking too much. Like
I'm
I've been
just
around
taking
Clay
up
too
this
much.
rectangle down here.
Rectangle, yeah. Yeah, you couldn't. That wouldn't be a good picture for Poshmark. You need the square.
I'd have to edit it.
Change my phone. I would do the eBay pictures and the rectangle is 16:9, and they go to Poshmark and they would get squeezed in and distorted.
How do you force people? Not force. How do you get people to go on your live streams? Because even mine, I struggle. The most I've ever had at once was kind of 4, including myself.
I mean, not. I mean, all 7 people that are watching right now. Not like I'm one to really speak, but I would say like ours, we have a small group of people that kind of tune in. It's like creating a community. And like I looked at yours, you had a lot of likes on your live, so you had a lot of people viewing.
My lives do way better than my actual videos. They get way more views after it's uploaded and way more thumbs ups.
Well, I mean, it probably helped. Well, never mind, I won't go there. Yeah, well, how do you get people to come on? I mean, you beg, you plead, you develop some camaraderie with a few people.
if it's a consistent like thing, like, oh, here, I'll plug it. Next Friday, I'm going on Buffalo Pickers show at 6:30. So
cool.
But like how we used to have our regular Thursday night, I think that helps, I guess, if someone can schedule it and be like, I put in for next Friday that I'm going on Tommy's show, you know.
Yeah, Kevin and Scott were on.
Tracy and Tommy do their thing, you know.
Oh, you're doing the late night one?
No, I'm just saying, I know I'm doing Tommy, Buffalo Picker. But I'm saying, like Nana Tink has hers, and her and Victoria has her morning. You know, just I think
it's almost like
a lot.
People have to kind of like schedule, like they know you're going to be on at a certain time. And so maybe we can make ours Fridays, like off, and that's what we're talking about.
You're all choppy. I couldn't hear what you said. I'm sorry.
I was just saying maybe on Fridays we can make this our new live show, like Friday afternoons live work, and then we just kind of chat.
Because I gain like 6 subscribers for every live show that I do.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, it's crazy. Nice. Like I don't know who subscribes to lives, random
I'm
live stream.
But I'm not bitter.
I'm not bitter, Brian.
no bitter beer face.
No, I was gonna say that. Yeah, the ending tonight will just be in a few minutes. If we say the wrong thing, it just black. Just you just hear like, and it just
Dang, Jody said y'all are bland enough for me. I don't want to add to it. Thanks, Jody. Dang. I thought Canadians were nice. What happened?
Know.
Lives with more than 4.
It can be, yeah.
Yeah, I think 3 to 4 is a good number.
Because like next week when I go on, it's Tommy, then Glass City, Chris, and I'm blanking on his wife's name, and now Alton's part of that on every Friday. You know, so yeah, when it was when we used to have me, you, Chris, and Scott, not Chris, Kevin, I mean, whatever, that was 4 is enough, or 3, because if we all start to talk.
I guess it depends on how, and
Chris and Tanya, thank you.
Like Kevin likes to talk a lot, and Clay likes to talk a lot, and I'm getting where I like to talk a lot too.
Yeah, if Kevin goes, then I'm okay. Then going, oh, whew. It's weird. Then I'm like, I don't have to talk.
Now, come on, you like to talk. It's more of like
no, I do, but I'm saying when Kevin gets going on a topic that he knows a lot about, I'm okay, and then I'm just like, I don't have to talk now. Especially if we're talking reselling. Like, I'm not ever gonna. I think I'm an okay reseller, but I'm not gonna bring any real new knowledge. Nor do I always care to talk a whole lot. And anything that I'm learning, like in Chris's deal, I'm going to be generic about because I need it to be for like me and Brian and Val or whoever, like it needs to be for.
Well, like you just know the audience, right? Like the Patreon is more of a serious group, and this is in between. Like we'll talk reselling, but look at Jody's comment. So in other words, if you got 6 Canadians, it'll be fine.
Yeah. Cliff, Jody, Chris, and then others. Yeah. With 2 is too much of the over talkers.
Us.
I was about to say, I know not you, Val. Some shows are good. Like, I feel like Chris, Tanya, Alton, and Tommy have a pretty good rhythm where they don't over talk a lot. But Buffalo Picker's not like super as talkative. I got a good score for volleyball.
I was waving that time.
Francie's out.
Go whichever team that is. Which team is that, Francie? Sorry, go ahead, Val.
I was just asking if Marcus and Alton still do their streams together with the toys.
Well, Marcus is every Friday night.
No, not that one. I like when he was with
Thursday.
Alton.
Yeah, he hasn't done it the last couple because he's doing Twitch trying to raise money, which I feel like I should go donate some because he's hustling to raise money. Yeah, because I've checked the last 2 Thursdays they've not been on. He's not been on because Alton did it with like Brian once, or twice. Yeah. Oh, and who's making the rounds, and I'm not criticized. Louis, he's on with Buffalo and Alton right now.
Yeah, I watched one of his last week. He's good. Like he's very well spoken, very knowledgeable. Like I was impressed.
He was on Emily Conway the other night. I know he's on with Danica. Like, yeah. For someone who at first, like when he got going, but it's like, I guess when we started doing lives, we hopped on a bunch of shows too, because it's like fun. And now I'm like, okay, if people want me to, but what am I going to bring to it? I don't know. Like I said, entertainment, but if it's resale. I can't wait to
see next Friday.
I know, right?
Matter of fact, they just went live now.
I know. I opened a tab just to give him. Yeah.
Who went live?
Buffalo Picker.
Buffalo Picker.
He's on their show a month or so ago.
6,000 people.
He told me the comment was like, a dude from Dallas has some serious knowledge.
Yeah. You do. That. Yeah.
And I'm learning. I like learning. I just like to learn, and I don't know. I just want to take it to the next level. I don't know. Reselling is fun.
It's better than going to the bad place.
Yeah.
We're not talking hell in this instance.
And I do need to call Marla back, see what she wanted. Like,
oh yeah.
But I'm scared. Like she's gonna be like, "You want to teach this great school and
this is a joke. I'm not putting this energy at all in the universe, and I don't think it would happen. But she's calling to let you know that she's divorced, and she's just curious if I'd be interested in dating her.
Wait, so she's calling me?
Yeah, like we're in elementary school.
If you are available, well, what am I
to date her?
No,
it's like, in elementary or junior high, how you go to your friend like, do you like him?
All right. Pretend you're her. I want to hear. All right, go ahead and call me. Let's have this conversation. Let's go
ring.
Hello,
Brian. It's Marla.
Hey, Marla. Long time no talk. How are you?
School's great with Stephanie, but magically there's just no husband. He's not dead, and we're not divorced. He's just not there. But I just
well, Marla, I'm still married, right?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I mean, you're great and all, and I like the red hair, because my husband who magically isn't there.
Well, you did used to give me lots of hugs when I was sad,
True. Well, that is one of my love languages.
Oh, your 5 level physical contact.
And if you weren't married, I did have to restrain myself sometimes to not leave myself.
We could be a great hypothetical duo. I could see that, but yeah.
But I just wanted to see, do you think Clay would go out with me? You know, now that my husband's somehow magically gone, but not dead or divorced.
What happened to him? What happened to your husband?
I don't know. I woke up and he's just like, just not there.
He disappeared? Have you called the police?
I don't know. There was a note that said everything's good though. Yeah.
Oh, so he left you.
No, I don't know. We're just not putting that out in the universe.
How are you feeling right now with him just abandoning you?
Comforting from somebody, you know.
Well, I know you called me. You didn't call Clay.
Well, but because I want to see, I know y'all are close to see if he's single. You know, I'm doing like
single. Well, I don't know. He was trying to talk to this girl on YouTube, Val's cousins. He's trying to hook up with her. I don't know where that stands. I haven't had an update lately.
Well, if you could just help, you know, get the word to him, you know, if he wants to send me a text.
Do it. Can I get a finder's fee, like if I'm running a love connection service or something?
Well, we can maybe work out something, you know, textual.
Textual.
Textual. God, what if somehow she watches this, or somebody we know?
Oh, I'll never be hired again as a teacher.
Oh my God. I think you guys do this a lot more often than you're letting on.
We have some interesting conversations. I'll leave it at that.
This principal, she's just like Val, not to be like, we are being such boys. She's just super nice. Like to have a boss like that, because she knows her stuff. She could be like the good boss, like forceful, you know, or demanding without it seeming at all super. Like Brian said, if you're having a bad day, if you're willing to, she'll give you a hug or something. She's like our age.
Dr. Peppers and candies and
like even when I got called into her office about, there was this teacher who I think didn't come back this year, but she was trying to like get a bunch of people in trouble for being racist, which was crap. So
by the way, hold on. By the way, we're losing people.
I know.
Well, that's okay.
Well, but like she even was like, I know you didn't do anything. We just have to, you know, follow the book, blah, blah, blah. But she just was super nice. And yes, she's pretty. I like that she's tall, but you know, but she was one of the best assistants out of the 15 I had while I was there.
Yeah, she's a genuinely very like amazing person. Seriously.
And when she left before last school year, she was my appraiser. And I was like, oh God, what if I get someone who's just like, you know, super by the book and not real friendly? Because I need my bosses to be real people because it's part of my childhood stuff. Yeah. And so it's like, I got a guy who, I don't know if Brian got to know him, but Mr. Dixon, Lester's a great guy too. And I told him, I was like, hey, if I had to lose her, you know.
All right, guys, we're losing people.
Nana went over. Yeah.
My wife and daughter are hungry. When I call Marla back, I don't know if it's tonight or tomorrow. I'll let her know you're available, Clay.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, right.
I'll give you a report.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming by. Thanks everybody that matter of fact, smash the like button, even though I don't care, but you know, a couple of positive thumbs up would help me out. And everybody have a good night. Are y'all working tomorrow?
I am.
Clay's listing. Yeah. You take the weekend off, Val, right?
I do, but I need to finish listing what's in my phone so I can go sourcing. Yeah.
Hold on, don't go just. Hold on, let me
try to take it off, but like I am behind, so I'm not work tomorrow to get caught up. But anyway, all right, guys, y'all have a good weekend. We'll talk to you later. Texas Treasure. Clay, cue the music. I've downgraded the account.